not cooperate.
You should have already had that ready.
All right, questions?
Coach, Will Stein said y'all did a lot of one-on-one stuff today. How did your group perform in your eyes?
You know what? We're not even close. Coach Stein is putting the guys in positions, right, to be competitive and to compete. Up front, offensive line and defensive line, we're just competitive, getting each other better every day. Today was good. We had our good moments and our bad. But the key is to stack more good days than bad days, right? We talk about stacking days, right, and small wins. And we're going to continue to do that every day to get each other better on both sides of the ball.
You heard about some of the maybe more non-traditional parts of how Coach Stein does spring practices. From your vantage point, what's maybe been different this spring?
It's just the high pace, right? It's nonstop. Everybody's working with two-spot things. Reps. We all need reps to get better, and that's what we're doing. We're getting better every day. Coach Stein has a really, fast pace. Go. We're running from spot to spot. You're not getting the water breaks you're getting when you're out, okay? And then when we get back in there, we're rolling. And we're trying to get as many reps as we can because the more reps we can get, the better the young men are getting. I bleed blue. I really do. I love it. Coach Stein got here, he sat down and he talked to me, and when he said that he needed me to stay, it was a no-brainer for me. I love Kentucky, played here, there's nothing like it. Nothing like, the Big Blue Nation. And so, man, I'm blessed. My family's blessed. My daughter, she's 13 years old now. She has a lot of friends, big middle school, a lot of crazy. But she loves it here. And you know what? There's nothing like the Bluegrass. There's nothing like it. And I'm very fortunate to still be here and want to continue to build and just keep pushing Coach Stein's vision.
What should fans expect differently from this defense versus what they've been used to?
Coach Bateman is really aggressive, physical, in your face. He's our leader, great guy, funny guy. You guys, I don't know if you met him yet, but he's something else. But the defense, it's going to be fun, And, we've always had, solid, but it's going to be, he's bringing that Texas A&M swagger here. The guys, man, we're going to get after that quarterback. We're going to stop the run, get the ball back to Coach Stein, Coach Sloan and those guys, and just have fun. We want to get the fans back and just have a great time. That's what it's about. Big Blue Nation deserves that. They've done an awesome job with the staff, getting us together, and it's going to be exciting, really excited about it.
Are there guys that were in your room last year who are edges now, or is it basically the same group being all the things?
The same. A lot of us the same. I tell you what, they're getting better just all the way across. When you look at it, we are a young team, but we got some guys like you talked about, like C.J. Worse and Lorenzo and those guys, they're going to be dudes, okay? And the more reps we can get, they're going to continue to get better and better because that's the expectations. And so, with Grace, Brian Robinson's doing some really good stuff. Mob Bros doing, it's going to be fun. And I'm just going to be honest with y'all guys, we're not even close. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get my butt up in the morning, get my butt here to, man, let's get better. Okay, let's every day, let's get better. Because that's the expectations. And so just want to continue to push the young men to be the best version of themselves.
How beneficial is it to go against an offensive line that has a lot of experience playing football, guys like Colton and all that who have played at a high level? How beneficial is it to your group to play those guys?
It's great. It's great, because the competition piece of it, right? We talked about that earlier, right? Compete. And for them to be able to go against guys like him, Colton's a great guy, center. He's savvy. He's got that veteran presence. Big Lance. We've competed against him at Tennessee. And so for those guys to be able to compete against those young men, it just makes us both better on both sides of the ball up front. And then, that's what it's about. I love it. They're doing the little hockey jersey, the little hockey pools. And, Coach, they hockey pool. Hey, man. Hey, that's football. And so But it's really good, and the competition is very competitive.
Someone kind of stood out maybe as the vocal leader of the group, maybe not the best player, so to speak, but who's really stood out and been the voice.
You know what? A lot of those guys. Ty Bryan is great. Great leader. Tavion is coming. Like, we got a lot of guys. We got a lot of them. And you know what? A lot of them are just leading by example, by working. Showing up early, leaving late. Okay, and that's huge, right? You'll just be walking around the building on a day where we're not practicing, and there's 10 guys in there. Okay, and they're watching ball and they're getting better. That's being a student of the game, and that's what it takes for young men to get to the next level. Like, you got to be a student of the game. You got to understand, like, you have got to put the time in. The guys are doing it. They're putting the time in. And so we're very fortunate.
It was clear when Will got here that, and he was building the roster, keeping a bunch of the guys in your room was like a very high priority. What were your conversations with those guys like, just as the transition was happening?
The same. Yeah, well, you have to, right? And you know what? Like, you got to recruit the building. We got some really good young men. We got some really good players, and we didn't want those guys going anywhere because we know we're really close. Okay, we're really close to really, getting to the next level, getting to the playoffs. And so we had to keep a lot of those guys, and we was fortunate enough to do that, okay? And so now we've brought in other guys to come in to build a nucleus and build it around it, and that spells success. And so we want to just every day continue to get better.
How do you feel about that transfer?
I feel great. They're here. Let's go to work. They come in. At the end of the day, listen, when you go to work and you love what you're doing, you have a smile on your face and you give effort, you're going to be successful. And that's what the guys are doing. They love being in the building. They'll come, I'm like the candy man. They'll come in and get candy from our office, stuff like that. You just love them, man. They're just around the building and you want that.
How can Jamarion Big Chops in particular, how does he kind of compare with the nose guards where you just
Gabe, you call them big chops, I call them pork chop.
almost not calling pork chops?
I'm calling him Pork Chop. Pork Chop is coming along. He is. He's a big man. Kind of remind me of Big Marquand McCall, Quentin Bohanna. He's going to demand 2 in the middle. Okay, he's going to be physical, aggressive, knock back. And then we're going to add some pass rush to his repertoire, okay? We're going to give him some more tools to put in his toolbox to get out to that quarterback. But he's a great young man, funny. He's kind of like Granddaddy. He got a nickname, Granddaddy. We got a lot of names for him. But he's a really good kid. We're blessed to have him, and I know Lexington is happy to have, one of their own back. And so we're really excited about him.
As Will kind of continues to put his stamp on this program, what would you say so far is like something that is a signature of what Will Stein's business?
High tempo, accountability, leadership. He's doing a great job, and he'll tell y'all like he's still learning. He'll tell y'all he's still learning. But I mean, just juice and energy. Like he's awesome. He really is. He's awesome, and he just continues every day, just bringing it. As a staff, man, we're all in. Okay, and he's bringing the juice, we're bringing the juice, everybody's bringing the juice, and as you guys see the practice, we're flying around having a great time. We're flying around, and I told you guys earlier, no breaks. Like, man, you get your water while you sitting and wait to go back in, and that's huge. Okay, that's huge. The mental tough piece of this thing. Teaching a young man mental toughness, right? Physical toughness, being able to go through, like, continue to push yourself through the gray room over and over again. Because when we get out there on Saturdays and it's 3rd and short or 4th and short, right? You've got to been able to go through, okay, the pressure cooker that you're not going to jump off sides, right? That you are going to play disciplined football together. And so he's really instilling that in us and in our young men.
We'll talk today about today's workout being kind of about one-on-ones a lot and exposure, putting kind of that spotlight on those matchups. How does that kind of manifest itself for your guys?
I love it. I love it because what happens is we're already putting those young men in the moments, okay? Do we have to wait till the second game versus Alabama? No. He's doing that right now, good versus good, putting those guys, one-on-one right now. We talk about the competitive stamina, right, the competitive toughness, right? Who's going to go win, okay? He's putting us in those positions right now, one-on-one to compete. and the window so that when we get out there on the first game, right, they're not flinching. Okay, it's not too big. The spotlight's not too big for them, and so he's doing those. It's almost like Coach Stein is already thinking ahead and putting us in positions right now to be successful, to compete, and to win. And so, man, it's awesome, and the guys, they loving it.
You mentioned Brian Robinson earlier. I don't know that he was dressed for games last year. What has been the key to him making an impact?
You know what? Brian is getting better and better every day. He is. He's getting better. That's the expectations that we all get better. Remember, guys, I don't do the depth chart. They do the depth chart. Okay, and that's the thing that, you know, you heard Coach Stein talked about the depth chart, right? We don't decide that, they do. And Brian has to earn the right, just like every other young man on this team, to play. And that's what he's doing. He's in the weight room. He's coming early. He's leaving late. He's doing all the things that he needs to do in order to play, to get on the field. And so, you know, that's what it's about.
How does kind of high-tempoed offense help your group? Because obviously they want to catch you guys subbing or catch tired guys and keep them out there. How does that help your group as you're trying to rotate?
Stress, putting stress on us, right? The conditioning piece of it. You know, having to think, right? Having to think. Sometimes when they get tired, the little man on them, hey, you know, hey, go the wrong way or do this, do that. Coach Bateman calls a play. They need to be able to, boom, process it and execute. And so that's what the high-tempo offenses do for us because, you know, we are going to play Tennessee, right? No huddle offense, the tempos. And so this is getting us ready for those games.
Couple more. Anyone else? Mike Keese, he came from South Dakota last season and had some pretty good sack numbers. What's going to be the next evolution for him so he can get that going in conference play?
Just continue to get better, continue to critique himself, his game, myself, right? Continue to help him to take it to the next level. Grace is a really good young man. He's quiet sometimes. He's quiet around me. So I'm trying to get him to be more vocal, a vocal leader. But, like, he's one of those guys, like I told you guys earlier, he leads by example. Okay, and he's a great young man, and he has a lot of talent. He does. He has a lot of talent. We're very happy to have kept him, and we're expecting, like, huge things from him. And he's got to be one of those guys that that's really got to go, right? As he goes, we're going to go, and we're expecting huge things from him.
Very good.
What about Savion? He obviously had a big year last year.
Another guy. Yeah, he's got to be physical. He's got to dominate, you know, his one-on-ones. Just a really good kid. But those two are the leaders, right? When we talk about that, those are the young men last year that, you know, that performed very well for us. And now we got to take it to the next level. And we also got to bring the younger guys along, correct? And the new guys, like you talked about Pork Chop, right? We got to bring those guys along. The culture is the culture, the standard's the standard, right? And we got to continue to elevate. Okay, and that's what, like you talk about Grace and Gaston, like they've got to bring everybody along because they can't do it by themselves.
All right. Thank you very much. Pleasure to meet you in Monmouth.
All right, guys. Thank you.
At one point, it looked like you were going to be really the only receiver coming back. What made you want to kind of stay here and sign on to Coach Stein's program?
I seen this, like, the offense Stein was coming from Sloan, LSU, Oregon, like those two big, great offenses. So, like, what receiver, what playmaker would want to be a part of that? So that was really the biggest reason we wanted to come back.
It seems like you pop up on these highlight reels they put out all the time. Just how you feel like you're playing this one.
I mean, I feel like I'm playing, like, good, but I can always get better. Like, that's every practice, I feel like I'm getting better. No, every practice, like, make play. That's what I'm here to do. Like, I feel like I'm a big part of the offense, so I'm here to make plays. So I feel like I'll just keep doing that. Good.
What's it been like working with Nick Anderson, somebody who's been in different big-time programs and played a lot of college football?
Yeah, I feel like he gonna help me get better. Like, I would consider myself a young player still. So just, you know, like, him teaching me certain things, like, you know, certain routes, like just critiquing my route concepts, all type of things, like reading defenses, all type of things like that, you know.
It seemed like, especially that second half of last season is really where you started to come into your own. How do you kind of continue that momentum, not only in the spring, but like eventually the fall of the next season?
You know, just like I said, just critiquing my everything, like really reading defense is just becoming a more mature player. You know, getting my relationship with Kenny. You know, building that bond even outside the field, outside the facility, all that. Just building that bond with my teammates and getting that extra work in. I feel like that helps a lot.
What are your impressions of Kenny as a quarterback?
I feel like he a great locker room, like a great influence in the locker room. I feel like he gets along with like everybody. Like he not just offense. Like he get along with the defense. So I feel like in the locker room, like outside the locker room, like that helps the team a lot. So I feel like that's great for the whole team.
Coach Stein said it was a lot of one-on-ones, been a lot of kind of good on good for the spring. So how's that kind of help you and your position group kind of grow during this?
That helps a lot because like we're in the SEC, so it's gonna be a lot of times where you got to go one-on-one, beat the man in front of you. So just preparing us for the season, like because that's what we're gonna have to face to go against. So just that helps like to prepare us for what's up next.
And Grant Godfrey the other day said, like, watch out for number 7. We continually hear your name coming up.
Yeah.
Coaches and players, that sort of recognition. What does that mean to you, and how have things just generally been going in these spring sessions?
It's cool to hear the recognition. Just like I said, I gotta keep making plays. Just my name called, try to make the best of my opportunities, and just keep building on that. That's all I can really do.
Coach Stein said it's about consistency for you, especially in practice approaching the same way. What does that mean, and just how hard is it to learn that lesson as a young guy?
I mean, I feel like consistency for me is, like at the start of spring ball, it's easy, but like when it gets to like the last couple of weeks, it's just like, come on now, like just keeping it consistent, like coming in every day with that same attitude, like I gotta keep pushing, like keep going, keep making plays. I feel like that's what it means to like stay consistent.
You mentioned Kenny's leadership and just kind of the locker room stuff, but from a receiver's perspective, what's the best thing about catching the ball from him?
I feel like he got a real friendly ball, like not too much him, but too much on. Like he know exactly like what route you run, like how much to put on the ball. Like from as a receiver, like that's great. Like you don't want to have a ball like out of like come across the middle, have a ball like thrown away where you gonna get smacked. You want to put on you like we can get away from the whoever it is, like the corner, the linebacker, whoever it is. So I feel like that's a great thing to have in the quarterback.
I think it'll help you guys to play faster, just with more tempo this year.
I mean, like y'all see it, like we moving, the offense be moving, like so. I feel I'll be a little gassed during practice, but that's gonna help translate to the game. So it's gonna help a lot, like all the receivers, running backs, the whole team, whole group.
Coach Stein says he kind of purposely puts the offense in stressful situations during practice. So how is that helping just that entire team, whether it's you, the group, Kenny, or how is that helping you all?
I know away games it get loud, so it's just tempo. Like when it's real loud, the crowd real loud. Getting the signals from the sideline. Just being able to line up, execute plays. We're just doing that and being able to take that to the game. That's really the step we focusing on right now.
Coaches talked about putting you guys in highly competitive one-on-one situations today. Is there a guy on the other side of the line that you really enjoyed that battle so far?
I go against really everybody, but I'd probably say the guy that's like me and him go at it a little bit is Teron Nichols. That's probably the guy that I was like, yeah, like we talk about that. We talk about that in the locker room, like we gonna go at each other a little bit. So that's always fun going against him.
You guys have been around, so do both of you know exactly what the other ones?
I mean, yeah, like we know we kind of, like we on the same side, like we both in like the same group, so we know every day it's gonna be like, sometimes we're gonna get them one-on-one matchups. He knows coming to me, and like we both know like, yeah, it's that time, so it's always fun doing that.
All right, anything else?
No, good.
Okay,
Appreciate
bye,
that.
DJ.
Yeah.
Next up is Mike Humphrey-Grace. Questions for Keith?
Why stay? What about the new staff made you want to stick around?
I think really like the aggressiveness with Coach Bateman defensively. I think it fits my play style. Just getting knocked back, getting off the ball, playing fast. I think that really fits who I am as a player. And then like Coach Stein, I feel like just having conversations with him, I think we believe in like the same thing. I think he's very intentional and very transparent in what he wants. So I think that was like a real big reason on why.
It feels like they really made you and Davion priorities to keep up front. Did you sense that as soon as they got hired?
Yeah,
What did you say?
I'm not going to cut you off, but yeah, I did. I mean, Coach Bateman, like, after they lost to Miami, like, next day he came to Cincinnati to come see me. So I think that just showed, like, that was a priority to come back, that he wanted me to come back and play here. So I think I definitely sensed that.
I think it was keeping Coach Stewart.
I think that was a big deal for sure for me, definitely. I think I built a good relationship with Coach Stu. He's improved a lot of people's game, especially, like, guys that I've seen in our room over, like, the last 12 months or however long I've been here. I've seen a lot of people grow, and just him as a coach and like how he helps us as like be young men. So I think that's big.
In some of those initial conversations with Coach Bateman and even into spring practice now, is your role changing at all? Like, how can fans expect to see you what you look like this year compared to last?
Yeah, the role I would say changed a lot. I would say we way more aggressive. Like, obviously last year I think we had like 20 sacks or something like that as a team, as a defense. And then like defense that we come in is so aggressive, so it's gonna be like a lot of bit more like I would say like I'm not gonna say all what we're gonna be doing, but it's gonna be more aggressive defense. So I think my role changed is like just letting me go, and just letting me play free and just being physical and being fast, and like that's who I am as a player.
As a defensive player, I guess, how exciting is that playing in maybe a more aggressive kind of gambling style scheme where you're going to try to get after the quarterback?
I mean, like, you can't be conservative. Like, I mean, it's exciting to play like that because you can't just sit back. You want to go, like, just pin your ears back and just go and be physical and just play fast. I think everybody on defense, any defensive player or in the front seven want to play like that. So I think that's why.
What's your early impressions of the guys they brought in on the O-line?
The O-line. I would say we got some guys like that's very experienced, like Knox, Tegra, Lance, Olash. I think they very so they know they've seen a lot of football. I think I would say that. They're intentional. They're physical. They can move well. I like them a lot.
So much is different about the way you guys were preparing this spring compared to last, all kinds of different things from switching up lineups to the lack of breaks. Just how have you adjusted that, and how do you think that some of those changes can be beneficial to the team?
I think it's going to be real beneficial because in this league, you play tempo teams, you play huddle teams, just different type of styles of offenses. So I think that's going to help a lot. But, we are at practice, so, we don't need to walk around or we don't need to be, chilling and taking breaks. We need to be going, and I think that's very efficient doing it, and I like it a lot.
Coach Stewart said that he's excited because there's still a lot more room for growth with you guys. From a player perspective, where do you think you all need to keep growing the most right now?
I feel like everybody just got to keep showing consistency, understanding the playbook and executing what we need to do, just be successful in this defense and be successful with this team. Even the younger guys, our interior guys, we got Chops and BK, those guys just continue to grow, and I've seen them develop a lot over the past 3 weeks.
What's it like lining up with Chops?
It's good. I'm actually I don't really play that much with Chops because it's we doing two different teams. So but I actually see him on film, and I just see he a big guy, physical, he can move when in certain areas he do good at that. But he a big guy. It's hard to move him off the ball.
For you, obviously, Kentucky's going to return to having a spring game this year. That's what you guys are kind of working up to in the spring session. How exciting is that for you to have that prospect of having a spring game after not having one last year?
I mean, it's gonna be new for me because it was my first year, and I guess we didn't do a real spring game. I guess that wasn't a real spring game, but I'm excited for it. Interact with the fans, let the fans see the 2026 team, and let us see how we gonna be moving forward.
All right, thanks, Keith. You got your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, y'all.